Welcome to My Point Cards. This simple tool lets you make posts that stand out in any feed. Before I get started to show you how it works, let me give you the inspiration that we had for this tool. If you go to Facebook, create a post, you have a choice to type in a message and you can choose these nice background. You have many background choices on Facebook. This is not available on X or Twitter. So these inspired us to build this desktop focused tool to make this kind of post available on X. Let's try this out right now from mypoint.cards site. You can click on try now. It'll launch the application and I can type in any message here, hello world, and right there it's available. I can also edit it right here. Okay, so you can edit the text, move it around, position it and make it larger. You can choose alignments. You can also put emojis or colors. So for example, let's go with color. You can choose color, you can choose gradients, you can make up your own gradients. You can use custom color that's not available. You can use a color picker to choose a color. So you have all these color choices. You can put emojis. Now you can see the emojis are pretty big because we have the font size control right here. And again, you can move it around. So this allows you to make a really nice post. Now you can download this with one click and it'll be available right there. So you can post this file on any platform, including X. If you, for example, click on X, share on X, it'll open up the composer and you just have to find the file that you want to share. And right there, it's available. You can share it. Colors, we talked about emojis. You can also use animated GIFs that are available publicly. So for example, wow. We can choose this GIF. However, in this current version, we don't generate the MP4 or GIF animation. We just take the first shot of the GIF. So if I download that, you will see that it's simply the first screen of the GIF. In the current version, we don't have GIF animation generation, but in the future version, we may generate the GIF or MP4 files. Now you can also upload your own custom file as a background. So let's go do that. I can choose one of these files. Now you can see that it's a flower and I can still move my text around. I can choose different layouts. I can move the picture around. I can use actual size, which is very big. So obviously I can move it around like that, or I can use contain or cover. And you just have to try it out and you can dim the background if you want to make your text more prominent. So you have this option. Now I can have another post created right here by processing it, and right there I have the file that I can upload to any platform. You have a choice to generate the file as WebP, which is recommended, and PNG or JPEG as needed. After uploading, you also have featured images, backgrounds that we supply, and this is the only time it's connected to a server getting these files that we created. So you can use backgrounds that we have generated, and then you can search for a keyword, for example USA. You can find some USA specific, and these are AI labeled, so not sure why these are USA, but that seems to be what AI chose. But let's go ahead and America. Now this is definitely an American flag, so you can make this post available. And these featured images are we just generate them and make them available. This is a free tool. Now let's go back to the mypoint.cards site. This is where you can download it. You have the option to download a single HTML file. The entire application is client side, so you can just download it and open it in your system. It's downloaded to your computer and you can use it just like you're using it from the website. The website is just convenient, but you can also download it as a Mac OS application. It'll download a DMZ file, and once the DMZ file is downloaded, you can double click it and you'll have the option to install it by moving it to your application folder. Remember that this is not a signed, Apple signed binaries. In your settings, you'll have to say allow this application to run because it's not a signed application yet. It's an open source application. If you're on Windows, you can use the Windows download, which will download an executable, and you can run it. And Windows might complain about security also. You just have to say yes, and then it'll be able to run it. And if you are interested in the source code, you can just go to the GitHub repo and you'll see it mentions the demo site that we shared, which is mypoint.cards, not .com, .cards. And it provides all of the source code available for the application. The application is a single file, which is a JavaScript application. We are thinking of making a plugin for Chrome browser so that you can just go to X and use it. it works fine with mobile app, but there's some limitations. So let me bring up the mobile interface. If you open up an iPhone and if you go to try on the site, you are basically running the app. Now you can actually save that app on your mobile phone using I believe it's the share feature. And if you go to add to home screen, it will allow you to save it as a home screen app. Let me show you. So I've already saved it. So if I open it, it opens. There's no login, there's nothing needed. It's just running on your browser. So now I can set task. And you can share using your native sharing. So you can go share posts with any of these tools, WhatsApp to messages. Now, one of the things you need to be aware of is that because of how Safari renders canvas, there's sometimes placement issues. We know about that. We are not focused on mobile just because there's a lot of tools on mobile to make posts. It's the desktop that we focused on, but it works. All the text options opens up. I noticed that when we are using local image from the phone, sometimes the image gets squished. We are aware of some issues with mobile. So again, it's an open source technology. You are free to download the source code and modify. Hopefully this works for you. Thank you very much.